Ya yo everyone, DrJaceAttorney here with another Dragon Ball Battle Hour reveal, I guess. Even though there were leaks about this earlier in the well, not earlier in the year, but sometime last year we had some leaks that this was going to be the big reveal. But Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is getting its final season 2 DLC, specifically season 2 DLC. With well, season 2 or second season pass, whatever it's called, with you know, with this basically the end of Z type of story. So I'm gonna go ahead and watch this. I mean, we know what End of Z is, but maybe the trailer might showcase something interesting about End of Z as it relates to Kakarot as a game. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's not waste any more time here. Let's turn this off as well, and let's get the show underway. After you click like down below if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're new to the channel, click subscribe and the dumbbell most importantly, so the videos appear in your sub box. But now 3 2 1 ba-bam.
I hope you're reborn as someone good this time.
Okay, so End of Z, right, Boo's defeat.
Later.
And then we move on to greener pastures. 10 years, right? All right. Okay. Oh, there's Chi-Chi in the background. Just doing laundry for Goku's next journey. Best grandchild Pan.
You want to enter the world tournament tomorrow?
Enough already. Tell me the
God,
real reason you're
this
fighting.
static
This guy decided to fight yesterday.
animation
I think he might be
when it
really
comes
strong.
to like the
I know.
cutscenes in between the
Nice to meet
fights.
you.
He's been waiting for this.
But there's
chance
our
for a
boy
long
Oob.
time. Don't be deceived by his appearance. This
Oh
guy's
my.
the real deal, all right.
So this is probably where the meat and potatoes is gonna be. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, okay, all right.
Bring it. It's about
The
time
wish
for
of
you to
10
face
years
me.
ago.
I gave them my word.
Ooh, damn, he is not pulling punches.
Wow, the sky's the limit with this guy.
There it is.
He really is the reincarnation of Boo.
I love that
Feels like I've
sprint.
been waiting forever to fight you like this.
Damn. And there it is. I'm pretty sure that's it, right? There it is, right there. There it is. So this is what I was talking about earlier. It is the final part of the season 2 pass, or season pass 2, whatever you want to call it. I do have some reserves about this. So basically what I was saying earlier was sometime last year, we did get some leaks, as, you know, basically stating that, yeah, the End of Z, End of Z was going to be the final DLC for season pass 2. And people were kind of taken aback by it because, you know, people are like, how are you going to make like a DLC episode out of that? I mean, it's just one fight. Like it's literally the fight between Goku and Oob. So how are you going to justify however much this DLC costs, which I'm not even sure how much it is. I know there's something where like the season pass itself is like $40. But I think the Bardock DLC and the World Tournament DLC are different prices. I think the World Tournament DLC by itself is cheaper than the Bardock DLC. I think that's the case, and it's only because the World Tournament DLC is shorter than the Bardock DLC, and this tournament has more fights than the End of Z. You know, at least in the World Tournament from Dragon Ball, you at least have Goku versus Piccolo. You had Goku versus Tien. That's really it. I mean, you had other fights in there too, but you guys know what I mean. You had more fights to showcase or kind of pad out this DLC. This one, on the other hand, I mean, from what I remember, it really is just Goku versus Oob. There's nothing else in here. I know the anime has some like rando fights in there that was not in the manga, so maybe they might do that, but I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I don't mind this as like, you know, story content for Kakarot, but it's because, you know, End of Z is like heartwarming in a way. Even though some people don't like it, I personally kind of like it in its own Toriyama way. But as a game, as a DLC that you have to pay for, this is why I was waiting until all the DLC came out. Like at the time of recording this, I have not purchased, and obviously I have not played the Bardock DLC, the World Tournament DLC, and obviously the Oob DLC because it's not out yet. But I haven't played any of it because I was waiting on a sale on that season pass. It's right now full price, $40. I'm waiting for like a 50% cut of that, right? I'd be more comfortable paying $20 for all of these together. Because yeah, I feel like all of these, like on their own, they don't justify the price of the season pass. And I do want all the DLC. I just don't want to buy one and then, you know, buy the other one separately if I ever feel like it. I'd rather just have all of them there at once and be done with it. But interesting to point out that this is Season Pass 2. There's no confirmation whatsoever that this is the final Season Pass we're getting for Kakarot. If Xenoverse 2 is anything to go by, they will keep releasing Bandai Namco will keep releasing DLC as long as there's an audience for it and people keep buying it. And I'm guessing people bought enough of the initial, you know, Kakarot and its Season Pass 1 for them to justify doing a Season Pass 2. So they got Bardock, World Tournament, and End of Z in the books. And it makes me wonder if they do anything else beyond this. What is it gonna be? Before we jump into predictions, I do want to talk about this Oob DLC a little bit, which basically justifies my question as to how much content is in here. This trailer basically showcased, you know, the beginning, you know, where Goku's like, all right, time to get ready for the World Tournament. It's been 10 years. And once again, Kakarot is doing this nonsense where you have these static, like, animations for, like the in-between cutscenes, you know, like not the big extravagant, you know, scenes where it's like Goku versus Frieza or Goku versus Piccolo in the World Tournament. You have the basic in-game animations and it just looks boring, man. It looks so, I hate it when they showcase this in the trailer and then I'm gonna have to experience it in the game. But if that's in the trailer, God damn it, man. They're probably really showing us everything this particular DLC has to offer because once again, you get the reunion of all the characters. You get, you know, the Goten and Trunks like holding hands thing. Where is it? It's somewhere here. I literally just saw it. You got Hercule and Boo. Where's the scene? Right there it is. There it is. So you're gonna get all the End of Z like moments, but it's like in terms of gameplay, it's really gonna come down to what they showcased as a fight in this DLC, and it's just Oob versus Goku. I'm sure it's gonna look great. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm hoping they put Yo Mama jokes like in the original Funimation dub, like Yo Mama stinks or something. I don't know. Goku was saying some out-of-pocket things to Oob in this portion of the fight, and I'm like, damn, man, you're going a little hard on him. So hopefully that's in there. One thing to note, let me actually hear Oob's VA again because it sounded a little different. Let me see here.
By his appearance. This guy's the real
Does he
deal,
talk?
right?
He talks in this. I'm pretty sure he...
Talking about.
This is pretty fun. Bring it! It's about time for you to face me head on.
I gave them my word. I have to beat this guy.
That is Oob's original VA. That is, oh my god, I forgot his original VA's name. But I'm pretty sure that's the VA for it. The reason why that's such a big deal is because I think, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, I think in Xenoverse 2 they changed Oob's VA because obviously Funimation like goes through like different VA changes outside of like Sean Schemmel and Chris Sabat and all that, but like the other characters like Bulma's had multiple VAs. I mean, technically every character's had multiple VAs, but I mean, since Dragon Ball has been dubbed by Funimation, they've really only stuck with like your Chris Sabats and your Sean Schemmels. But Bulma's had multiple VAs. Oob had a different VA. I think I could be wrong, and I always forget her name. I think it's like Klinkenbeard or Klinkenberg is her last name. Actually, no, not her. It's the VA that does Deku from My Hero Academia, because it's also dubbed by Funimation. I think for Xenoverse 2 and for some time after that, Oob's VA was done by the VA, and forgive me for forgetting his name, but the VA for Deku's English dub. But right here, it sounds like the original VA from the original dub of Z. So if that's the case, if they got this man back, it could just be me. Maybe I'm hearing things, but if they got this man back, that's freaking awesome. I'm glad they did. I have a default voice for how Oob is supposed to sound like, and call it nostalgia, but I need him to sound a certain way. And I like his original portrayal more than the Xenoverse 2 route that they did. But this is cool. This is cool. This fight is going to be good. You know, this fight itself is going to be good. But the real question is, what else is beyond this? Because this is why I waited as long as I did. I'm waiting for that sale because at least for $20 for all those DLCs together, I can justify paying $20 for all 3 DLC. $40 for all 3 of them? That's not for me. That's not for me. If you guys went ahead and did it, hey, kudos to you. But for me, I can't justify that in my opinion. But that's really cool. Now, back to predictions. What do you guys think they're going to do for additional DLC for Kakarot? Or do you think that's it? Season Pass 2, they've milked the cow dry for Kakarot. It's time to move on to greener pastures with Kakarot 2 or just another Goku RPG game. I don't know. I really don't want... I don't want CyberConnect 2 to touch anything anymore at this point. But... or do you guys think they are going to do a Season Pass 3? And if they do, which I feel like, in all honesty, if it's going to be Kakarot content, just go ahead, do a Season Pass 3. But the question is, what are you going to do for Season Pass 3? Because I'm telling you, they've been skimming the line for how close they're willing to touch anything with Super and GT. I know in the Trunks DLC, they touched Super content a little bit when it came to Trunks versus Deborah and Bobbity and all that stuff. But that's the only time in all of the Kakarot content we've gotten where Super content was touched on. And when I mean Super, I mean like actual Dragon Ball Super. Battle of Gods and Resurrection F do not count because while they were adapted into the Super anime, originally they were released as Dragon Ball Z movies. So those versions of the story skeeted their way in. I don't know why I use that term for whatever, but Jesus Christ, what a descriptor. But they snuck their way in to the game because they had the Z moniker. And then you had History of Trunks. Was it History of Trunks? Yeah, History of Trunks. History of Trunks was also Z. And then Bardock, Father of Goku, obviously is Z. Dragon Ball World Tournament, that's just classic Dragon Ball. So you get to escape with that, moniker because it was OG Dragon Ball. And then Goku's Next Journey, End of Z, that's obviously part of Z. So far, they've gotten everything to fall under the Z moniker. At this point, if they do more Kakarot DLC, they can't stick to their guns on this one anymore. They got to start going into Super content. And if they do go into Super content, or you know what, let me know. Do you guys want them to do Super content or GT content for Kakarot? Because they could go either way, or they can go both. If they want to milk the cow dry, they could make the next Season Pass just Super content, and then Season Pass 4 GT content, or do it vice versa. You could do it however you want. Or maybe they could do a Season Pass with movie content. Adapt some of the Dragon Ball Z movie. That would be so easy because you could do any Dragon Ball Z movie and you have so many fights to animate in there that it would justify the purchase of that DLC alone. The Dead Zone movie has so many fights. You can more than justify whatever price they charge for a Dead Zone movie. And that's just one example, right? Dead Zone's not even the movie people want to see. They want to see Broly. They want to see Metal Cooler. They want to see maybe Wrath of the Dragon. Maybe, I don't know. Or Janemba, Fusion Reborn. They have a lot of avenues they can go on. They can revisit Super, GT, or movies with other season passes, or they can just move on to Kakarot 2 and maybe make Kakarot 2 that, you know, main focus. Maybe Kakarot 2 can just focus on Super. That way we get a baseline story for Super that goes from, I mean, they're not going to do Battle of Gods and Resurrection F again, but or maybe they could do a proper Battle of Gods, because technically the Battle of Gods story in this game was not properly told. It was kind of just skimmed over a little bit, but it was still considered Battle of Gods in a way. So maybe they can do something with that, right? Maybe they could adapt Battle of Gods proper, tell the Super version of Resurrection F, not the Z version, not the movie version. And then kind of go from there. Maybe they can do that and have a whole Dragon Ball Super Kakarot. I mean, they got ways to milk this dry. We'll have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys prefer down below. If you want a DLC-focused Kakarot game for Season Pass 3, like how they did Xenoverse, or do you just want them to move on to Kakarot 2 and just, you know, do you know, whatever, I don't know, Super Dragon Ball Super Kakarot or Dragon Ball GT Kakarot, and just move on from there. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and click the dumbbell most importantly, so you stay up to date whenever we upload new content. I'm Dr. Jace Attorney, folks. Have a great rest of your night. Take care.